This demonstration is showing you how to tie a titanium wire leader. Titanium wire leader is basically a new kid on the block, and there's a few different ways of doing it, a few different ways of tying it. Apparently you can also crimp it, but I've heard different things about whether it damages the titanium leader or not. I'm using this stuff, which is not too kinky. It's an American make, I think, but it's available in the UK. It's got different knots on the back. I'm not going to lie, I've tried most of them and quite a lot of them don't work, or at least I couldn't make them work. But what I did manage to find was a way of doing it. And this requires a little bit of trust, if you like, because what you end up doing is tying something like this. I'm not sure if you can see that. Now this is titanium wire, and it's essentially a loose blood knot, but what you do is you tighten it down to the point where it doesn't tighten anymore, you don't force it, and it just holds in place basically. And it's very strong. You know, this is £35 stuff. It's not going anywhere, but it's an open knot. It looks like it's open, and I initially found it a little bit disconcerting seeing that, but I've used it and it really doesn't open up, so it's well worth doing. Some of the other knots basically I couldn't get to work. The beauty of titanium wire is that it basically doesn't kink, so you know, you can do that and it just comes back. You know, there's no, it's basically memoryless unless you really do sort of like kink it round something very, very heavily, and then it does kink a little bit, but it's hugely less kinky than say your standard multi-stranded wire. So let's tie, let's do one of these knots so you can see how it goes. Okay. So I've got a swivel here, come through, you can see, at which point give ourselves loads of space to do it. So we're just going to do a 4-turn blood knot. So 1, 2, 3, actually I think that's 4. Then we come back through, as so. You just pull. Now at which point you want to get yourself something which you can actually grip it with. So I'll use my forceps. And now what you do is you tighten down until it stops. And that's it. That's where it stopped. You can see it's an open knot, but it stopped there. If you force it any further than that, it will damage it. So then you just give it a little bit of space, because you know it could possibly come back through. The only way that that knot could open up is if that tag end came back through there. So just give it enough space that it doesn't do that. In fact, I'll just chop that down a tiny bit more. And that's it. Exactly the same on the other end, and it's done. But this stuff really is very good. It's brilliant actually, and you know, for the fly fishermen out there, this stuff is reusable. That's the beauty of it. You catch one fish, you don't have to chuck away your leader because it's all kinky and nasty. You keep on using it. I mean, I think you could catch tens of fish, maybe even hundreds. Good stuff.